Hello and welcome to episode 54 of my series and yours with the mighty Tame Valley. As always, thanks for joining me, really do appreciate it. Also appreciate you putting up with my voice. Now, as you know, I had laryngitis and this is going on and on and on. Now the doctors won't actually see me until I've had it for 2 weeks. Not laryngitis, but chronic hoarseness. And I've had it for over 2 weeks now, so I'm actually waiting on getting a doctor's appointment, which is an absolute arseache because of coronavirus. So hopefully they can take a look at it, sort it out, because it's really starting to piss me off. But like I keep saying, we've got FM to play, stories to tell. I sound like an old geezer, don't I? An old geezer down the pub, smoking a fag, drinking lager. Do you know what I mean? Honestly. Anyway, big episode. Oh, I've got a new shirt up on the wall. Mr. Moores himself. Easily the best player last year. Average rating. He was amazing. He was also suspended in the Champions League final. Would we have won it with Morsey on the pitch? Maybe. We've got a lot of news actually. Talking of pitches, something a little bit disappointing. Our planned move into the new Tame Valley Stadium, although we are going to be changing that. The votes are coming in. Some of you I love, some of you I fell out with. I've never seen this before. It's been pushed back. Construction is 5 months behind. So we're staying at the evolving mindset. So the big ceremony is off. I'm a bit pissed off really. I wanted a full season in our new home. I'm going to have to wait just a little bit longer for that. Now in the last episode, I kind of showed you the finances. I've been saying now, you know, we struggled. We've been paying off a lot of debt. Paying off stadium debt already, even though we're not in it. Wages have got a lot bigger. And also, it is what it is. We're not a massive club really. We haven't got that backing commercially. We're fan owned. Although the chairman, to be fair, has now put in completely, since he's been chairman, 60 million quid. He just put another 18 million in recently. Never had a chairman like him. No wonder he won his second term. But you're looking at them finances now thinking, fuck, wow, don't worry. We haven't had to sell another superstar. I had a ton of quality in that U team. I always do it. I clog these players up, foreigners. I bring them in, I loan them out. A lot of WONDERKIDS as well. But a lot of these players, a lot of them, just are ready to move on. They're not as good as what I've got in the first team. We've got the vets team now anyway, so who cares? Plus, I needed the money, so I cashed in my chips. And if we look at all the transfers, you can see exactly what I've done. Now, a lot of our players, they've gone to other English clubs, which is fine. A couple have gone abroad. And a lot of them you won't know. You might recognise Martin Little. But like Ruiz at the top, cracking player. I mean, seriously, good player, but not as good as what I've already got. And he's a wonder kid. But it's cost me next to nothing. I've sold him for potentially 60 million. Same with all the rest of them. They're all decent little players. Carlos Torres, wonder kid. But he's not as good as what I've got. So cash them chips in, and that's all I've done. And all that money has just clocked up. And that is basically my youth team. But they were all out on loan last year anyway, so we needed it. And look at the money I've made. Now I've spent 3.1 million. As you know, don't go on me voice. Come on voice. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it. So you can see a lot of legends have come back. A few freebies that the director of football has signed. And Daryl Motion, he's coming back home as well. Now, I wanted him last year and they wanted 9 million for him. Waited 12 months, got him for 725 grand. Now while we're on the topic of legends, we've had another retirement. Legend that is the unflushable. You cannot flush him away. Retired at the end of the season. It's quite a quick thing. Just dropped it on me. Doesn't matter, he's still at the club. He's now an under-18s coach. And he's still the right winger on our all-time best 11. I love that. Now, Lee Green Shields, the real Lee Green Shields, does some really good databases, and he figured out that if you put names into a database that don't exist on the game, when the computer generates regens, they'll start using your made up names. And it's happened. I absolutely love this. One of the best things I think I've ever seen on Football Manager. Nicky Unflushable. So when it comes to the first team squad, I've made 0 changes. The minimum contracts left are like 2 years. A couple of guys have signed new deals, and I just think Why change anything? Why rock the boat? Why go out there and spend any money? We're at a point now where we've got a good chunk of change that we can build on. Got a big wage bill. And I mean, the transfer revenue they give me is tiny because the club was on the brink, really. We needed to change. So why change the squad though? They all know each other. They're all linked up. They're actual winners. I mean, we're not upsetting the balance. A new player coming in, not really working. Everyone knows their role. Everybody knows their job. So I've kept it exactly the same. And everyone seems pretty happy. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole squad. You know most of them. But I think I should share the number 111. And we'll start with João. Got him a couple of years ago. Slow start, turned into an absolute superstar. Broke Brian Kane's record last year with 48 goals in all competitions. I mean, that to me is crazy. He's turned into such a good player. Behind him, we've got Webbo, who started to play for England, started to become a really good player as well. Used to be I think he used to be more of a striker. He plays in the AMC role for me, and I think he's developed into a great one. Borussia Dortmund won him. But that, no offence to Dortmund, that would be a step back. On the right, we've got Robert Cogan, bought for £12 million minimum fee as a backup to Finson, and he's just turned into a superstar. Way better than Finson. The little Irishman is a beast. I think we all know who Kev Larson is. One of the best left wingers I have ever had. So productive, so good. Craig McCulloch, legend, world-class player. Fantastic midfielder, to be fair. He's had the odd bad game, but that's pretty rare. Marcel Moores. I know his natural fitness ain't the best, but what a player. What an absolute player. Worth every penny we spent on him. It got better and better, and last year was easily the best player all round. Average rating, everything. He was fantastic and massively missed in that Champions League final. On to the defence, and we have Hernandez, Fordy's replacement. Very, very good replacement. 29 years old. Bloody hell, such experience. Look at the experience he's got at international level. His main partner is David Mertens, who last year was our highest average rated player. A little Belgian, 22 years old, and he's good. But I think he might have to start sharing. Now, we've got 5 central defenders, but we've got one in particular I'm very proud of. It is young Michael David, because David is a wonder kid from our academy. Now, we've produced good players, never a wonder kid. Very hard, I think. Very rare. I get me on wonder kids. You used to have to buy him in. So I really want to push this lad. 6'7". He's a beast. He needs more games. Right back, we've got Woodsy. Top player. Don't talk about him enough. My dog's just fat. My dog sits underneath me when I film. And now all of a sudden, all I can smell is egg. Have you farted? You dirty bastard, honestly. Sorry about that. Should he edit that out? No, fuck it, can't be asked. Graham Woods. Stick him in midfield, and he's still a beast. Left back, Sam Lyons, the little Welsh wizard. Still only 23. Feel like he's been here since he was 12. Best left back in the world. Ivan, our goalkeeper, someone I think's made a huge difference. Greeno was a legend, but Ivan's just got that bit more experience, plays at a higher international level. We got him when Liverpool were struggling and he wanted to play Champions League football. I mean, there's better keepers out there. Man United's keeper on this game is amazing. But this kid, in live comms and when I'm playing off camera, I can't remember a time when I've had to shout, what the was that? Some other things have changed as well. Managers, lots of new managers. United sacked Tuchel. There's been a few changes. I might have a look at some of them in a minute. But we're the favourites to win the league. We've won 3 now on the bounce. I can't see us not winning a 4th. I'll be honest with you. These teams are really going to have to kick on, spend big, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm excited. I just want to keep winning that league until the series finishes and work our way to that World Club Cup. Quickly, United have now got Conte as their manager. City have still got Company, although it was in the news that his job was on the line. So I'm guessing he's got to start well. Arsenal still got Klopp, and they've been the second best team now for the last couple of years behind us. And they're the team we're going to play today in the live com. Chelsea, you might have noticed, Villas-Boas makes shock return to Chelsea, it said. Liverpool got Pochettino, good manager on this game, and he's turned their fortunes around. Look at that. Boom. And then lastly, we'll look at Spurs. They've got John Dal Thomason. If you're wondering, what? He was the manager, if you remember the history of the series. Do you remember when Burnley were quite good? Didn't they get to a European final? They were quite good, weren't they? Then they beat us in a final. They beat me in a final. He was the manager then. So yes, we are the #1 team in the country. Same star rating as Arsenal and United, but we're at the top of the pile. Now I kept thinking we had this season and then it was the World Club Cup or whatever it's called these days. It's not. It's got 2 seasons. Starts in the summer of 2037. So this series might go on. It just might go on a little longer than I thought. One thing I want to keep my eye out for this year is when the Ballon d'Or gets drawn, because we've never had anyone near it, right? But we're elite now, and I've got players, Mose, Zhao, a few players that could really be in contention to win a Ballon d'Or. That's another achievement I want. A Valley boy is the best player officially in the world. Champions League group stages have been drawn, and we are in Group G with Monaco, Hertha Berlin and PAOK. Bloody hell, Joe. And we got that one if Joe was still there going up against him, but obviously he's with us now. He's the cup hero. They told me it was an easy group. We should be winning it. I won't say it was that easy. Expectations though, win the Premier League, get to the final of the Champions League, get to the final of the FA Cup, and then they're not asked about the others. But I've been playing my Journeyman series as well, and I've had a lot of stuff to do, so my voice is shit. So I've not got as far into the season as I want, but I thought it'd be quite cool to play the Community Shield because we lost that last year to Arsenal. But these are all the transfers in the Premier League, and there's a player that I was considering. Oh, he's been on my radar anyway, and that was Brian Martin. He's gone to Manchester United for 59 million. Really like the look of him, but I've pretty much got three good left wingers, and that was the thing. I was looking at teams buying, spending. I just thought it's time now, innit? Let's just rein it in. Got a great club, great squad, good age. There's no need to change it. But before we start the live com, let's have a look at pre-season. And we had a training camp in America. Played a couple of teams there, as you can see. Battered them all. And then went south to Brazil. Thought it'd be quite cool. And a little tour of Brazil. And we nearly won all them. So yeah, I didn't want a lot of games. I didn't want a tournament. The team knows each other. So we're actually playing in the Evolving Mindset Arena. I don't know why it's not Wembley. It's probably this database. You know, it's a bit wonky, but we do love it being a little bit wonky. So we've got the home advantage here. Can we capitalise on that? So yeah, the voice isn't great. It does come and go. It's never perfect. It's not the best at the minute. It gets worse than this. But I have little windows of opportunity to film, and the wife's gone out with a mate. It's like I've got to do it now, or I can't. I mean, I'm resting it. I'm not talking. I was sat on the couch with the wife yesterday and I text her, "Do you want a brew?" I'm just trying not to speak, doing home remedies. But like I said, I've had to wait a couple of weeks. Here's Webbo, getting that goal. Come on, the Valley. I've had to wait to get a doctor's appointment. I know it's probably quite annoying. I hope it's not annoying. I hope it's something you can deal with. I'd rather be like this than not have any videos out at all for you. Because I know how much you've invested in stuff, especially you guys who stuck with this series. You've invested in it with everything I do. So, and I feel like I've got a responsibility. Plus, I don't want to not do it. I'm hoping it's just going to fix itself, but it's not. There's Arsenal. They have a good team, you know. Beat us in the league last year in one game. Beat us in this game last year, the Community Shield. Top manager, top players. If you're a fan of the Journeyman and you've seen season 10, I think the voting's in. I won't spoil it, but I think things might change. I'm excited, man. Obviously, I didn't have much to do on this. Sold players, didn't buy anybody really. It was just space bar in the summer. Here we go, Zhao control. Should have finished. So I've been mainly playing my Journeyman, and I've got stuck right into that season already, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm proper excited. I love that series. You never know where you're gonna go, and you don't know where you're gonna go when you're putting it out there for your viewers to vote on it. You don't know what's going to happen. And talking of voting, I've not closed the voting for the stadium. If you want to be involved in naming the new stadium here in the Valley, go back to the last episode, look in the comments. You'll see a pinned message from me. Get involved. So yeah, Centurion, love that name. He's an elite centre back, and he's a backup. I've got him, Sabled, who I look at now as an all-over defender. He can play at left back, right back, centre half, and David who can also play midfield. Got a lot of flexibility, a lot of quality. Because I think there's only Moores who were brought in as a superstar. Zhao, Larson, Webster, Kogan, all brought in as kids with potential, and they don't always reach that potential. So to watch this team grow and learn together, yeah, it's been really, really good. Like, it was so enjoyable. We've got so much more we could probably win before it ends. Hopefully the World Cup. Mosey. So yeah, we'll probably squeeze out another season. I'm thinking, you guys are watching it now, you still watch it, you like it. Some of you might tail off, you get a bit bored of me winning stuff, but let's just get to the end. I've got to get to that World Club Cup, I've got to get there. And that means doing this season and another season. What's that? I'm going to do 3 episodes, that's 6 episodes. The 7th episode will be the World Cup. 8th episode will be the 10 years into the future. And then that'll be it for the Valley. Hopefully my voice will be back, because I want to start making some story videos, some experiment videos. I've got an experiment I made weeks ago. I just don't want to do it yet because of my voice. Half time, it's 2-0. We're definitely a better team. We're looking like we're going to get revenge. 45 minutes to go. Can we get ourselves the first piece of silverware of the season? The second half is underway. I've made no changes, but I will be. I mean, I know I made a decision with Centurion playing because of fitness. I gambled on a couple of others who aren't ready yet. Mosey, of course. I think Webster as well. Can't wait to hopefully get my hands on a bit of... I know it's a community shield, but the more silverware we can clock up, I just want to keep filling up that trophy cabinet. Ooh, it's that last little bend at the end. Why is my voice sometimes? Depends, like, I can hear a tone and it sounds not too bad to me, but I know it's not perfect. And then it'll start to get warm up, and then all of a sudden it'll go. It just goes on me. I was on the phone to my wife this morning, it was half decent. Put the phone down, I was at work. One of my gaffers came over, I had to work out where my bus was. And he's like, how are you doing? I went, alright. Where's my voice just pissed off to? That's what I dread when I'm filming, like all of a sudden it's just gonna go. I'm gonna have to learn sign language, or I could get like a board and write stuff on it, couldn't I? That'd work. Or I could just not film, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Here's Leon's. Come on. Ooh. I love this. So I've made 3 changes. No point in wasting my big players if I can take them off. So Zhao's off for Murphy, and Jade's come on for Webbo. Montel has come on for Mosey. So yeah, give him a rest. I think this could be job done. Another sub, brought David on for Centurion. Centurions, now if you're my age, 40s, maybe late 30s, there was a cartoon when I was a kid called The Centurions. Only ran for like 2 seasons, I think. But I absolutely adored it. It was up there for me with like He-Man and all that. Here's Murphy. He's improved over the summer. His scouts and that actually think he's better than Zhao. Right, one more change. Bryony, or Brian. I like to call him Brian just to annoy people. He's come on the right hand side for Kogan. Can Arsenal get themselves back into it? Ooh. Oh, here's Bryony trying to know. Oh, I didn't think I didn't think that was going to happen then. I didn't think that was going to happen. There you go. Hands on our first bit of silverware. I know it's under the community shield, but I will take it. I will take it. Now this is the thing I keep pointing out and stuff. See that there? Community shield. It's there, isn't it? It's still there. Still there. Then watch this. It disappears. Every time. Why? Why has that not been fixed? This game's like 4 years old. Anyway. I don't care what trophy it is. It's just good to stack them up. Apologies. I got it wrong. We won the community shield last year. I knew I played Arsenal. Arsenal beat us in the Super Cup. Now, don't forget also, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, who has got quite a lot of votes so far to the stadium, named after him, has come home, Brian Kane. Buzzing. He's definitely going to play a lot of cup games. Easy. Going to lead the line. Might even stick him in the Champions League squad. Started to dry up for him in Germany. I can't believe he was there for 5 years. Talking the legends, Greeno 1 year out in Germany, didn't really work out for him, 4 games, 9 conceded. Let's come to Spurs. Well, there we go, that is the end of episode 54. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you for putting up with my croaky voice. Thank you for the thumbs up, commenting and supporting it. Love you long time. Like I said, there's probably going to be about 7 episodes left in total for you to enjoy. Hopefully I can get my voice back before it finishes. Really looking forward to seeing this doctor. Hopefully he can do something for me. But yeah, thank you for all the nice messages you sent about it. Really do appreciate it. Really, really do. Love you long time. Make sure you look out for the next video. Don't know when it's going to be. Might have a couple of days of not speaking. But anyway, take care boys and girls. See you next time.